are but a few minutes away at the VC Sportsplex from Ventura College Football here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Just one of a triple header for you here tonight on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The Pirates will bring their 2017 regular season to a conclusion here tonight, completing their conference schedule against the Cerritos College Falcons. And, of course, the Pirates will look ahead to a postseason berth. They have already clinched a berth in the four-team SCFA playoffs. So, again, the Pirates will stare down an opportunity for a state championship. But that will have to wait 1 week. For now, the Pirates need to stay on the win streak and take care of business here at home as they take on Cerritos College. We'll return in a few minutes with the opening kick here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. As the captains gather at midfield for the opening toss. Again, just a few minutes away from the final regular season game here in 2017 for the Ventura College Pirates. The Pirates, after going through a brutal early part of the season in terms of schedule, have now strung together 5 straight wins. They have their record up to 7-2. And they have a date here with the Cerritos College Falcons, who come in with a record of 3-6. So at least on paper, the Pirates looking good to continue the win streak and complete another undefeated season in Northern Conference play here in the SCFA. And certainly that's exactly what the Pirates would like to do, head into the playoffs with a lot of momentum. It is worth mentioning that the Pirates have clinched a berth in the SCFA playoffs, not just a postseason berth, but a berth in the SCFA playoffs by virtue of a one-game lead here in the Northern Conference. Heading into the final week of the season, they hold tiebreakers over both College of the Canyons and Bakersfield by virtue of the fact that they were victorious over both teams this season. So the Pirates are in terms of the Final Four. But don't let that fool you for a second. A loss here might not hurt them on paper in terms of where they'll be for the playoffs, but you'd have to believe that it would have a detrimental effect on the team in terms of psyche heading into the postseason. The Pirates have some pressure here. They need to keep things going and keep it rolling because the playoff opponent, no matter who it is, and it's a little bit up in the air right now with Riverside taking on Mount San Antonio College tonight, it's going to be a tough assignment, and the Pirates will need to be at their absolute best to do it. We're going to step aside for the national anthem and rejoin you for the opening kick. It's Ventura College football here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. The Falcons have won the toss, and they have deferred, so the Pirates will have it first. Getting set for the opening kick, and the Falcons come in having lost 3 in a row, their record falling to 3-6 on the season. It's been a rough season for Cerritos College. Some injuries have bedeviled the Falcons, in addition to navigating a tough schedule, and it doesn't get any easier here tonight. But you can be assured that the Falcons would like nothing more than to finish the season off and deal a blow here to their longtime rivals, Ventura College, and send them into the postseason on the wrong foot if they possibly can. This is always the danger, of course, late in the season. This is effectively the bowl game for Cerritos College in terms of this season. It's an opponent that knows you well. So the Pirates still have to expect to have their hands full here tonight. You can't just show up and take it down. So it'll be Sims and Snelling back deep for the Pirates. Humberto Avila has it teed up for Cerritos, and we are set to go. Pirates are perfect at home on the season, 4-0. A couple of huge wins in their victories over Saddleback, College of the Canyons in back-to-back weeks. Really got this season going for a talented Pirate team. Snelling fumbles the kick, now picks it up. He's at the 20 and out to the 25. 15-yard return for Kezio Snelling. And the Pirates will go to work behind quarterback Jake Constantine. The Falcons defensively been pretty solid. Only one team in the Northern Conference has allowed fewer yards per game through the air than Cerritos. That's Bakersfield. Meanwhile, the Falcons also in the top half of the conference in rushing defense. But as Steve Mushagian has a tendency to say in our conversations with him in terms of scouting defenses, we haven't seen an offense like ours. So let's see how the Falcons do as they step up here against the Pirates. Good hole up the middle and a 5-yard carry on first down. And it's Gil Scott Jackson who gets the start. The Pirates are in pretty good shape health-wise heading into the final week of the season. The only concern right now for the Pirates, according to Steve Mushagian, Thomas Duckett's a little banged up. So Duckett might have a light night here tonight. You might see more of Gil Scott Jackson and Tyrese Golar and company. Quick jet screen. Daggett's got room. He's at the 45. Flags are down. Daggett's into Falcon territory. And you have to expect that this is going to be coming back at least somewhat. Swain finally on the tackle for Cerritos at the 45-yard line. That's a 24-yard gain, but some of it should be coming back. Let's see what the call is. And indeed, the Pirates will lose some yardage here. A lot of it coming back. John Falactu with the call, and it's a holding call against Ventura. The Pirates, a heavily penalized team this year. But interestingly, it was not a huge concern for Coach Steve Mushagian. Obviously, they'd like to have fewer penalties, but in our conversation with us, he said, we're an aggressive team, so you have to expect some of that. This one sets them back to the 25. They'll go back to the ground with Jackson. Jackson has stood up after a gain of about 3 yards. Latrell Stearns lowered the boom on Jackson just when it looked like he might have a little room. Instead, it's a gain of 4. And a 3rd down and 8 coming up for Ventura. We're just underway here in the first quarter. Cerritos and Ventura from the VC Sportsplex. Constantine with receivers left and right. Blitz coming. Pirates pick it up. Constantine nowhere to go. Rolls out, buys some time, throws over the middle, and that one is incomplete. The pass intended for Flowers. Alexander Fulmer had the coverage. And the Pirates forced a punt on their opening possession. So the Falcons come out and win the first skirmish, and they'll get the ball. 2 returners back deep for Cerritos. Stanley Norman and Luis Aguilar. Oh, no, check that. Dior Denson. Sanchez, end-over-end kick. Bounces at about the 40 and takes a Pirate bounce inside the 30. This is going to get good roll down to the 28-yard line. That's a punt of 44 yards with no return. So Sanchez does a nice job reversing the field, at least somewhat. And Cerritos will go to work at their own 28-yard line. Expect to see Isaiah Bravo at the helm. Bravo, the freshman quarterback for Cerritos, takes over after an injury to Quentin Davis in the Bakersfield game. The two had been sharing time all season leading up to that point, but Bravo has been the starter of the last 3 weeks, and the Falcons went from 3-3 to 3-6. Of course, you wouldn't want to lay that all at the feet of Bravo, who in the last couple of weeks, despite completing just 44% of his passes, has 3 touchdowns against just 1 interception. So Bravo's game management has been pretty solid. Nonetheless, the losses to Canyons and Moore Park after the loss to Bakersfield have dropped Cerritos all the way down to 3-6. Meanwhile, a penalty on the return backs the Falcons up to the 18-yard line. The Falcons, not unlike the Pirates, will have a revolving door of running backs. Ramondre Stevenson gets the start, but expect to see Corrali Hall, Q Hall, in the game as well. They'll keep it with Stevenson, sheds a tackle at the line, and falls forward to the 22. Let's introduce you to some of the Cerritos college backs. There you see Bravo. And these are some of the running backs that you'll see. Hall, the leading rusher, but Ramondre Stevenson with an average of over 7 yards a carry on the season. Certainly will see some time, along with Vincent Brown, Roderick Ashford Jr. Might see any and all of them before it's all said and done. We'll continue to introduce you to the Falcon offense. 2nd down and 6, 4 wide receivers for Cerritos. Bravo steps up into the pocket. It's collapsing. He's in trouble, and he's just going to have to eat it. A sack for Ventura. Lemonaire leading the charge up front. The first to get there. That backs him up to the 20, where it'll be 3rd down and 8. Lemonaire, interestingly. I'm going to show you the Cerritos receivers as they come to the line. Garrett, Chukwumesi, Kennedy, and then the tight end, Kevin Ventura Cortez. Straight drop on 3rd and 8. Bravo hit as he throws, looking for Garrett, and it's just overthrown, so the teams trade 3 and outs on their first drive. And the Falcon punting unit will come on. Started to say an interesting fact about Lemonaire, and according to the stats on the SCFA site, Jesse Lemonaire has 3 sacks on the season. But in the stats, Ricky Town is also credited with 3 sacks. I've been watching the Pirates all season long, and Ricky Town's not on the defensive line. And so I suspect that Jesse Lemonaire has 6 sacks on the season. That's an interesting aside from Lemonaire, who, no matter how many sacks he has, as that's a short punt that'll be down at the 48-yard line, so very good field position for Ventura. No matter how many sacks Lemonaire has on the season, he also brings an awful lot of quarterback hits and quarterback hurries on the season, as he has had quite a motor from that defensive tackle spot. So the Pirates will have it at the 48. I want to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day and thank all the veterans joining us for their service. Art, thank you for your service. So the Pirates take over with outstanding field position. Constantine looks over the Falcon defense from the Falcon 48. Has the snap. They keep it on the ground. Jackson over his left guard. A little hole there quickly closed by Stearns. Latrell Stearns is the leading tackler for the Falcons, and early on you can see why. He has got a beat on Gil Scott-Jackson. And again, it looked like possibly a hole opening up there for Jackson on the carry. And Stearns just closes it so quickly. And to add insult to injury, well, no, I thought maybe there was a flag down, but no. Just a couple of yards for Jackson and a 2nd and 8 coming up. The Pirates had some struggles on the ground last week against Bakersfield, despite lighting up the Renegades for 48 points on the board. So they'd like to get the running game going if they can. Running room this time for Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 35 before he's finally brought down by Burrell at the 34. Well, when you can make the safety make the tackle, that's a good sign. 12 yards for Gil Scott Jackson. Jackson, in particular, had a tough week last week, 11 carries for just 13 yards. He did have a touchdown, as the Pirates, ironically, had 4 rushing touchdowns in the game, despite not accruing a lot of yardage in the ground game. But it didn't hold them back much. They got the victory over Bakersfield and sewed up at least a share of the Northern Conference Championship. Delayed handoff again to Jackson over his right guard, P.J. Nafahu, wrapping him up and bringing him down at the 30 after a gain of 4. Pirates want to work quickly, at least get to the line quickly. 2nd down and 6. See Kendrick Mallory on the near side back in the lineup. Pirates certainly glad to have Kendrick back after missing some time last week. Constantine under pressure, rolls away, dumps it in the flat and completes it to Jackson. A pickup of a couple, down to the 28, and a 3rd down and 4. And we've been talking all season about the odyssey of the Pirates on 3rd down. They started out somewhat slow in 3rd down conversions. Strange for an offense that's so prolific, but they have gotten better and better as the season has gone on. Their 3rd down conversion percentage now, 49%. That's certainly among the very top of the SCFA. 3rd down and 4 here from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground with Jackson. Off tackle on the right side. Jackson struggling for the 1st down marker, and he's about a half a yard short, maybe a full yard, as they'll spot it at the 25. And that'll bring up 4th down and 1 in the first decision for Steve Mushagian. Well, not the first decision, I'm sure, but a decision nonetheless for Steve Mushagian, and the offense is staying out there. The Pirates on the season are 6 of 11 on 4th down. They'll go for it here. Quick snap, and there was some movement. Flags come in from everywhere. And let's see if this was, it looked in the middle there. It might have been Dane Nelson for the Pirates, or possibly Lavulo, Semi-Lavulo for Cerritos. And it's going to be against Cerritos. So the Pirates convert on 4th down via the penalty. And they now have it 1st and 10 at the Falcon 20. So the Pirates creep into the red zone here, where they have been lights out all season long, scoring at an 89% clip in the red zone for the season. Constantine dumps it off. Jackson at the 20, and he's tripped up. Looked like Swain. Check that. That was Caldwell. Caldwell on the stop. That's a good open field tackle by Caldwell, getting a hand in and tripping up Jackson, because Jackson had a lane developing. Instead, he settles for a 3-yard gain, and now the Pirates are in the red zone, where they have it 2nd and 7 from the 18-yard line. They'll work from the pistol. Counter to Jackson. Cuts it back. He's at the 15, through a little hole. He's at the 10, and ridden out of bounds by Burrell at about the 6-yard line. And let's correct that quickly. That's Tyrese Golar, who's checked in the game. Golar hasn't seen a lot of action the last couple of weeks after starting the season as the primary backup to Thomas Duckett. But Golar's been outstanding with a rushing average up over 6 yards per carry on the season. And that one takes it all the way down to the 6. Good patient running from Tyrese. 1st and goal for the Pirates. They overload the far side. Constantine rolling out. Flags coming in from everywhere. They should back the Pirates up 5 yards. Well, it looked a little strange. So the Pirates ready now, 2nd and goal from the 11. Play action, Constantine with time, guns it into the end zone, leaping catch, touchdown Ventura. Sam Flowers in the back of the end zone. For Constantine, that is touchdown pass number 25. He's locked in a battle with Brito for Canyons. Just one touchdown pass separating those two heading into the final week of the season. It's Constantine looking to keep pace or do better. We have College of the Canyons in action tonight on SoCalCollegeSports.com as the extra point from Garcia is up and good. They're taking on Bakersfield College, and you can watch that here on SoCalCollegeSports.com at our website, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com, or you can search our channel on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. Midway through the first, Ventura's got the lead, 7-0 over Cerritos here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Garcia will tee it up. Ashford, Murray back deep. This one taken at the 4. Out to the 25, good running room on the far side, out to the 40 before finally taken out of bounds. 36-yard return. And that was Kelvin Murray, sophomore out of Hershey, Florida, long way from home. And he got all the way out to the 43, so call it a 39-yard return and very good field position for Cerritos. So here comes Bravo, and now it's Kerali Hall, who we'll call Q Hall, here tonight in the backfield. Blitz coming for the Pirates. Bravo rainbows the near side, looking for Garrett, overthrown. It's incomplete. Garrett had a step. As we introduce you to the offensive line here for Cerritos. Klassen at left tackle, and he'll have a big night tonight trying to protect the blind side of Bravo against the rush of Kenny Turnier and the rest of that front 5. Dangerous time there as Bryce Barnes had the coverage on Garrett, and Garrett had gotten behind him. They're trying to set up a pass. Wide open Hall with all kinds of room into Ventura territory, all the way down to the 32. The 31 finally, a 26-yard play as the Pirates came on another blitz. And that one well diagnosed. And Hall found himself with all kinds of running room on the far side, getting it down to the 31. And now it's the Falcons who are in business. Pirate fans getting into it. Garrett in motion. The snap to Bravo, looking right, wants to go deep again, looking for Garrett. Garrett's got it at the pylon. Touchdown, Cerritos. Well, that's a quick strike as the Falcons in 3 plays go 57 yards. That's Bravo's 9th touchdown pass of the season against just 2 interceptions. So the completion percentage is a little bit under 50% at 48%. But I think you have to be very impressed with some of the numbers for Isaiah Bravo, not the least of which is how he takes care of the football. And right there, delivers a strike to Garrett. For Garrett, that's just his 3rd touchdown catch on the season. He's the leading receiver for Cerritos in terms of receptions, but finds pay dirt for just the 3rd time there. but it's good enough to tie it up. Avila's extra point is good. Falcons right back in it, tied at 7, 6:49 to go in the first quarter. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Back to the VC Sportsplex, 6:49 to go, tied at 7. After the touchdown pass, bravo to Garrett. Snelling moving up, he'll take this one from the 11. At the 15, makes a man miss there, but he's hit at the 18 and dropped, so a short return. And Ventura will go to work at their own 18-yard line after just a 7-yard return. And we do have a flag down on the play. So the holding call will move it back, and bad field position will get worse as they'll take it back to the 11. Want to keep track of the Riverside Mount San Antonio score tonight. The Pirates have clinched at least the 3 seed in the playoffs, but there is some hope in the Pirate camp that a victory here tonight and a loss by Riverside might see the Pirates get the 2 seed. Jackson circling to the far side, and he's got nowhere to go there. Swarmed under. Jordan Thomas leading the charge for Cerritos. Guess who? Latrell Stearns also in on the stop, so no gain on the play. And a 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Pirates. They did get the running game cranked up a little bit on the last drive. 1st down runs for Jackson and Golar helping to set up the eventual touchdown pass to Flowers. Constantine steps up into the pocket, now starts to scramble, still has time. Looking over the middle on the pass, incomplete. That was Golar, the intended target, and Golar might have heard a footstep or two there, but either way, pass a little bit offline, and now the Pirates quickly face a 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. Well, how quickly it can slip away from you. The Pirates appeared to be off to a pretty good start, quick 7-0 lead. But the Falcons strike back quickly and now have the Pirates facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 11-yard line. Snap to Constantine. Good protection, steps up, guns it over the middle, completes the pass out to the 23-yard line. Dominic Benson. So Benson with a big 3rd down catch, 12 yards out to the 23. That is a huge moving of the chains for Ventura College. They will stack receivers left and right on 1st and 10. Golar in the backfield with Constantine. Quick jet screen on the far side. Mallory picks his way forward, a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Is there another flag down? I think that one another flag. That one came in late. So let's wait on the call here. In the first quarter. Personal foul against Cerritos. Well, we talk a lot about the Pirates and their struggles in terms of penalties as we introduce you to some of the backs for Ventura, and some names that you no doubt recognize if you've been following Ventura all season long. There's Constantine. Duckett, who we haven't seen tonight. He's a little banged up, might not see him tonight. But you see a lot of Jackson, along with Golar at the bottom. Might see Marcus Chambers before it's all said and done as well. So the penalty takes it to the 42, where it's 1st and 10. Golar cuts it back, finds a little lane. He's out past the 45 before he is popped at the 48. Stearns sliding over for the stop. A little help from Fulmer moving up as well. 2nd down and 5 after a 5-yard run. Pirates being patient offensively. 2nd down and 5. They keep it on the ground with Golar. Breaks the tackle at the line, and he's got running room. He's at the 45 and tripped up by Burrell, but not before he gets to the Cerritos 42. That's an 11-yard run. So Golar starting to pile up some yardage on a couple of drives. And another 1st down for Ventura, takes it to the 42-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Mallory solo to the left. Constantine, blitz coming, steps up. Going to tuck it and run. He's at the 35, dragged down by Stearns at the 32, call it the 31. That's an 11-yard scramble. Constantine last week was the leading rusher for Ventura, and he had some big runs early in the game to keep drives alive as Ventura rode out to a quick 17-0 lead. That was eventually erased by Bakersfield. But the Pirates were then able to pull back out in front in the second half and eventually outlast Bakersfield for the victory. But it was the legs of Constantine that were huge. Golar with a little hesitation. He's got running room again. He's at the 20, at the 15. Lowers the shoulder. He's inside the 10, all the way down to the 8. Finally, Burrell, and a late flag comes in, able to bring him down with a little help from Isaiah Watson. But that's a 23-yard rumble for Golar, and let's see what the flag is. The Pirates, for a while this season, had it up over 200 yards a game on the ground. They struggled a little bit last week against Bakersfield, fell below that number again, but they're still the leading rushing team in the Northern Conference. That's a dead ball foul again against Cerritos, so this is going to be half the distance tacked on. It'll be just a 4-yard penalty, but it'll take the Pirates down to the 4. Well, this drive's been a lot about Tyrese Golar. And don't forget a huge 3rd down catch from Dominic Benson. Timeout on the field. Cerritos going to take their first timeout, 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Tied at 7. Ventura and Cerritos on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. First and goal from the 4. Keep an eye on Mallory. Solo to the left. Golar in the backfield with Constantine. Golar over his left guard, shakes a tackle and sends in for a touchdown. Golar breaks a quick arm tackle at about the 2-yard line and then takes it in. So the Pirates respond and go back up 13-7. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Well, you can get tricky in certain situations, but can't imagine why you would there with the way that Golar was shredding the Falcon defense on that drive. And indeed, they keep it with Golar over his left guard. Breaks a tackle, takes it in, 4-yard touchdown for Golar. That's just his second rushing touchdown on the season. But it gives the Pirates a 14-7 lead here in the first quarter against Cerritos College. It's Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Well, it was Murray that keyed the Falcons scoring drive last time, and when I asked Steve Mushagian about the performance against Bakersfield, he indicated he was pretty happy with the result. Felt the team played pretty well, that the game wasn't quite as close as the score indicated, but did say there were a couple of mistakes on special teams that had him a little bit concerned. That was something that they would no doubt look to work on this week, and Murray was still able to break a pretty long return. This one, though, into the end zone and a touchback. So that's one way to keep a big return from happening, as Garcia able to get the touchback for Ventura. But obviously special teams and so critical week after week, and it is amazing how a big special teams play can make all the difference in a close game. And the Pirates from this point forward, looking ahead to the playoffs, it's going to be all tough opponents. These are going to be close games if the Pirates are lucky. Bravo on the play action, dumps it short, completion. Vincent Brown out past the 40 to the 42-yard line. And Vincent Brown, 17-yard pickup. And the Falcons love him dearly for that. So that was similar to the play to Q Hall on the last drive. A little misdirection against a very aggressive Pirate defense. And it's worked a couple of times for Cerritos. So we'll see if Frank Mazzotta continues with that. Brown, straight up the gut. He's hit at the 45, gets to the 46, a gain of 4. See if we can start to introduce you to some of the Pirate defense. We'll start with that defensive line, and this has been a huge part of the Pirates' success this season. Lemonnier, who we talked about, leading tackler on the team, but Kenny Turnier has been a terrific pass rusher. Gerald Taylor has been a huge playmaker, and don't forget a guy like Kyle Howard. Kind of quietly, without a lot of notice, he's done a great job for the Pirates this season on that defensive line. Up the middle again. This is Stevenson running out of tackles down to the 45, and he keeps his legs churning down to the 42. That's a run of 11 yards for Ramondre Stevenson. We talked about Stevenson and the 7.3 yards per carry. That far and away leads Cerritos on the season. You get a little sense of his explosiveness on that run. Again, a man in motion. They try the end around, and this one's going nowhere. Jeremiah Gutierrez with a loss of a yard on the play. The Pirates do a good job of stringing that one out. So 2nd and 11 for Cerritos. Again, they changed it up in the backfield. Three wide receivers for Bravo. Has the snap. Play action to Stevenson. Bravo rolling out. Fires on the near side and completes it at the 35. Garrett with the reception. Henry knocks him out of bounds at the 33-yard line, and that will bring up 3rd down and 2. Cerritos, for their part, as you might expect, they've struggled on 3rd down this season, converting just 29%. And they're going to need to have a decidedly better number tonight, you would have to believe. They're going to pull the upset here. They face a 3rd and 3 from the 33 of Ventura. Stevenson in the backfield, the Pirates crowding the line. Straight drop. Is looking for Chukwumeze on the slant, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Watson had the coverage, and that brings up 4th down and a short 3. Well, now they back it up to the 34. That was a 4th down and a very short 3. In fact, it was 4th and 2. But they put it at the 34, so now it's back to 4th and 3, and the Falcons are going to go for it. The Falcons on 4th down this season are just 3 of 19. And this is a big one here from the 34. Again, the Pirates crowding the line. Here they come. Quick screen out in the flat. 1st down for Cerritos inside the 25. Stevenson. Just a quick screen to the 22. 12-yard gain on 4th and 3. Call it 13 as they'll spot it at the 21. And it's clear to see that the freshman Isaiah Bravo is really gaining from the experience that he's had all year, but now it's really his job after the injury to Davis. Throws off the back foot, lobbing into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Cerritos. Garrett again. Two touchdown passes for Bravo. Both to Garrett, who's equaled his season total in touchdown receptions here in the first quarter. Well, we wondered at the top if this wasn't the bowl game, if this wasn't the Super Bowl for the Falcons. What a way to cap off what's been a disappointing season this would be, to pull off a huge upset here on the road. And not surprisingly, the Falcons have come to play. And as time ticks down here in the first quarter, we're tied at 14. Ventura and Cerritos tied at 14 here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Back at the VC Sportsplex, game tied at 14. Avila with the approach, gets the kick away. Again, it's Snelling from the 10. Out to the 20. Snelling at the 25. Hit there and knocked out of bounds near the 30. Spotted just outside the 29-yard line. So a 19-yard return for Snelling, and the Pirates will come out for what will likely be the final play of the first quarter. It's been an eventful first quarter. Constantine with a touchdown pass to Flowers. Golar has a touchdown run, but the Falcons have hung around. 2 touchdown passes Bravo to Justin Garrett. And we are tied at 14. Golar and Jackson in the backfield together now. They'll try Golar running right, and he is hit in the backfield and dropped for a major loss on the play. Nafahu got flags down, and the Falcons were all over that play. And it looks preliminarily like it might be holding, and I don't think the Falcons are going to take the penalty here. This was a loss all the way back to the 20. That's a loss of 9 yards. Well, let's see where they eventually spotted with Golar. And again, John Phylactery with the call. So the penalty will be declined, and the Pirates instead will face a 2nd down and 19. And here are some of the Ventura College wide receivers. Of course, the big name Kendrick Mallory in the middle there. He's the leading receiver. Leads the Pirates in touchdowns, but Daggett and Flowers, as that's the end of the first quarter, have been a big part of the offense all season. One name to keep track of, Jared Thompson, the tight end. He's really come on. 7 catches and a touchdown in the last couple of weeks as the Pirates have started to utilize the tight end position more. And perhaps they will have to do that here this week as well moving forward. We head to the second quarter, tied at 14. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Start of the second quarter from the VC Sportsplex. Ventura and Cerritos tied at 14. The Pirates facing a 2nd down and 19 from their own 20-yard line. Constantine from the shotgun. Has the snap. 4-man rush. Constantine steps up, fires over the middle, completes the pass out to the 35. Mallory taken down there after a gain of 15. That sets up a 3rd down and 4. Second catch tonight for Kendrick Mallory. And Kendrick went through a torrid stretch in the first half of the season, which he was averaging better than 9 catches a game for over 100 yards, better than a touchdown a week over a 5-week stretch. And then he cooled off a little bit in the last few weeks, and they'd like to have him back. 3rd down pass is complete, and it looks like forward motion is going to get him to the 40. Flowers with the 5-yard reception, and the Pirates come back from a 2nd down and 19 to convert and keep the drive alive. They'll have it now, 1st and 10 with the football resting on the Ventura 40. They send Jackson in motion. Constantine with a straight drop, looking, rolling left. He's in some trouble, makes a move. He's still on his feet. Now finds a wide open Jackson at the 45. Jackson spins, but not completely out of a tackle at the 50. That was Josh Caldwell moving up, and he was able to just trip up Jackson. Otherwise, that might have been about 20 more yards. As it is, it's a 10-yard run, or I should say a 10-yard reception. And the Pirates have a first down now at the 50. Thompson, who we talked about at the end of the quarter there, has checked into the game. He's the tight end. The Pirates overload the far side on 1st and 10. Jackson in the deep eye behind Constantine. They go to Jackson over his left guard and a gain of a couple. Semi-Lavello. Actually, check that. That was Omar Garcia, defensive end. Able to wrap up Jackson after a pickup of a couple. 2nd down and 8. 3 wide receivers for Ventura. Constantine has the snap. Keeping on the ground with Jackson. Running right. Jackson with room. Flags are down. He's inside the 40 down to the 39. That's good enough for a first down preliminarily, but the flags came back in the Pirate backfield, and you have to think this is going to be a holding call against Ventura. Not the best time to introduce you to the Pirate offensive line, but we're going to do it. And there they are. They have had a tremendous season for the Pirates. Another great offensive line. Great job running the ball. We talked about over 200 yards a game for much of the season on the ground. It's the top-ranked offense in the Northern Conference, and it all starts with line play. Done a great job protecting Constantine as well. Constantine has the snap. Looking to screen it out to Jackson, and that one off the mark. So quickly now, after the holding call and the incompletion, the Pirate drive has stalled, and they face a 3rd and 17 from their own 43-yard line. Constantine looks over the Falcon defense, has the snap. Straight drop, has time, going deep, and it's incomplete. He was throwing into double coverage. Here comes the flag. He was looking for Sims, and it looked like Watson back in coverage, Burrell back there, and the flags came in. So that's pass interference. The Pirates, of course, won't get the yardage, but perhaps every bit as significant, if not more, is the automatic first down. Well, that is a good break of the highest order for the Pirates. Constantine threw into double coverage, looking for Sims. Really no way that ball was going to be complete. But contact on Sims brought the flag, and the 15-yard penalty brings an automatic first down. And suffice it to say, if you're on the Falcon sideline, you do not want to give this offense multiple shots at you. And that's exactly what the Falcons have done, as the Pirates will have it 1st and 10 now from the Cerritos 42, receivers left and right for Constantine. Constantine, good protection, throws on the near side. Mallory, a diving attempt, and it's incomplete. Watson had the coverage, and that ball a little underthrown. Thought I saw a flag on the near side again, but yeah, there it is. So this one again going to work against Ventura. Falcons will take it. It will remain first down as they'll back them up. 10-yard penalty, and it's 1st and 20 now from the Ventura 48-yard line. Receivers stacked on the far side for the Pirates. This one running right down to the 46. And that was Jackson again on the carry. 6 yards, brings up 2nd down and 14. You have the feeling the Pirates like to rotate running backs in, but we haven't seen Duckett yet, and given the importance of the game next week, and Duckett nursing some injuries, you wonder if maybe Duckett is getting the full night off here tonight to get ready for a playoff game next week to be determined. So we took a look at the Cerritos defensive line. Jackson with all kinds of room. He's at the 35-30, tries to leap a man. He's down to the 25-yard line, 21-yard pickup, and that's just too easy, as Jackson had all kinds of room and gets all the way down to the 21-yard line, or 25-yard line, I should say. Let's continue to introduce you to the Cerritos defensive unit, and there are the linebackers. We've talked a lot about Latrell Stearns, the leading tackler for Cerritos, Sean Swain. They'll go with a lot of 2 linebacker sets, will the Falcons, obviously, especially against the Pirates, who will like to spread them out with multiple receivers. But Tyshawn Barnaby also see some time. So the Pirates have it at the Cerritos 25-yard line. Interestingly, for the Pirates, Constantine has had great protection here tonight, and that's not a huge surprise, but bear in mind, the Falcons, as this one pop fly looking for Mallory, off his hands and incomplete. He had one hand on it. And here comes the flag on Caldwell, and it looks like Caldwell got into it. A little jawing. Wanted to get the last word in on Mallory. Let's see if we can quickly bring up the replay here. I want to get this one here for you. And watch at the end here. We'll take one more look at this. Here's the incompletion off the hands of Mallory. Watch here, Caldwell one-on-one, and there it is. That brings the flag, and you just can't have it. So the incompletion becomes a penalty on Cerritos, and that'll move it down into the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. I started to say it's a real feather in the cap for Cerritos here, or I should say for Ventura tonight. Cerritos leads the Northern Conference in sacks as a defensive unit. Jackson running left, picks his way forward. He's inside the 15 down to the 10. So Watson on the stop. It was Golar on the carry. It's 2nd down and 5. Snelling along with Flowers and Daggett to the near side. Mallory solo to the left. This is where they like to look for Mallory if they can get the one-on-one coverage. Play action. Constantine into the end zone. Leaping catch. Touchdown. See if we can get the replay for you. And take a look at the catch here in the back of the end zone. I want to say that was Sam Flowers, but I'm trying to confirm who it was. And we'll get that for you, but not before we can update you that the Pirates now lead it 20-14. Garcia's extra point is good. So Garcia remains perfect on the season on extra points. 10:56 to go in the first half. Ventura back out in front. They get a little help with a couple of penalties, and they make the most of it. They lead at 21-14 here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. the duel continues between Sam Flowers and Justin Garrett. Flowers with his second touchdown reception on the night. And for Sam, that's number 7 on the season. That was a terrific leaping catch. And the Pirates have the lead back, 21-14. Murray takes this one 4 yards deep. He's going to down it. So Cerritos will take over at their 25-yard line. Take a look at some of the Ventura College linebackers and Carlson Trennan leading the way. But Bradley Taylor has been a guy who's really stepped up as this season has gone on. He's been a huge playmaker for the Pirates. Kroll and Baker also part of that linebacking core. Bravo. The give straight ahead. Stevenson hit after a gain of a couple. And that was Taylor in on the stop. Right on cue. 3-yard run. Brings up 2nd down and 7. Well, obviously, if you're the Falcons, if you can keep this one close. That's the goal here. Try and get into the second half, still be in this one, see if you could steal it. Back to Stevenson through a good hole. He's at the 35, trying to slip out of a tackle. He continues to move the pile all the way to the 43-yard line. That's a 15-yard run by Ramondre Stevenson. No accident where the rushing average comes from. Up over 7 yards a carry, and you have to be very impressed with Ramondre Stevenson dragging tacklers out to the 43. Falcons move the chains. They have a fresh set of downs. Delayed handoff. Back to Stevenson. Again, over his right guard, and a gain of about 6 yards. We do have a Falcon player down on the field. So we'll have a stoppage of play here. 9:33 to go in the first half. Ventura with a 7-point lead on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. was Ramondre Stevenson that had to be helped off the field. And they'll take a look at Ramondre's 2nd down and 4 from the 49 for the Falcons. They fake to Hall. Bravo under pressure, hit as he throws, going deep looking for Chukwuemeka, and here come the flags. This is going to go against Watson. This is a very tough play for a defender on an underthrown ball. And let's see if we can take a look at this very quickly here. Go back to the replay, as this is going to be 15 yards against Watson. This is good play action, and then Bravo under pressure. And Watson's beaten on the play. Chukwuemeka's a couple of yards behind him. And then the underthrown ball, and as they adjust, the contact from Watson. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And the Falcons will now have it at the 36-yard line of Ventura, 1st and 10. .22 to go. Here in the first half, Bravo and the Falcons at the 36. Hall up the middle, a gain of a couple before he is stood up and pushed back. Carlson on the stop with a little help from Turnier. Now flags come in before the snap. Now we're ready to go. 2nd down and 8 from the 39. Bravo, short drop. Pop flies, looking for Chukwuemeka again. Watson's locked up with him again, and Chukwuemeka's still battling for the ball. I think he made the catch. There's flags on the play, too. So either way, I think the Falcons are going to have this one deeper into Pirate territory, but let's wait and see. I think Chukwuemeka made the catch. Okay, so they're going to say that I believe he was out of bounds. Either way, he didn't make the catch, but flags are down. This is likely going to go against Watson again, who all of a sudden is having a lot of trouble with Stacy Chukwuemeka. 15-yard penalty again. Couple of pass interference calls on Jalen Watson on this drive, and that's noteworthy for anyone who's followed the Pirates all season long. Jalen Watson has been lights out as a cover corner, usually locked up with the best receiver on the opposing team. As Coach Steve Mushakian not afraid to play matchups with Watson. But he's been beaten a couple of times here and picks up the pass interference call. That takes it down to the 19. The Pirates hurting themselves with penalties. And now it's the Falcons in the red zone. On the season, the Falcons are 70% scoring in the red zone. That's 3rd in the conference, but they're just 53% touchdowns in the red zone. That's last in the conference. And they need to convert here. Blitz coming. Bravo with time. Rainbows the far side. It's incomplete. looking for Zenovian Kennedy. And the pass incomplete. That's pretty good protection on the blitz as Bravo was able to step up and deliver that football, but he was a little off the mark. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Tanner Gill, a sophomore tight end. Spent some time at Fullerton College. Now playing for Cerritos, checks in. Hall in the backfield with Bravo. Pirates come on the blitz again. Hall picking his way forward. He's down to the 15 before he's ridden down. A gain of about 4. And that'll bring up a crucial 3rd down and 6. Gerald Taylor in on the stop. Getting a little help from Bradley Taylor. We talked about the Pirates and their struggles on 3rd down, under 30% on the season. Or I should say the Falcons. The Pirates defensively have been pretty good, allowing 34% conversions on 3rd down. And they have a chance here with a 3rd down and 6 at the 15. Double tight end set. Bravo under center. They try a little misdirection. Bravo under pressure, and that one nearly intercepted. And it's incomplete. In fact, Jacob Guzman had to get a hand in there really just to break that one up for Cerritos and prevent the interception and at least give Cerritos a chance at what would be a 32-yard field goal. Humberto Avila, the kicker, is 5 of 8 on the season for Cerritos. His long is 35, so this would be a 32-yarder. Should the Falcons decide to opt for the field goal, but at 4th and 6, that's not a mortal lock. You should take a look at the time, 7:14 to go here in the first half, a lot of time. Can the Falcons afford to settle for 3 against a Pirate offense that, if history is any indication, and I'm not just talking about this year, is going to continue to put points on the board? All right, well, 4th and 6, and the Falcons are going to line up to go for it. Bravo with Hall in the backfield. Chukwumesi, Garrett bunched, or I should say Chukwumesi and Garrett on opposite sides. Straight drop for Bravo. He's under pressure, hit and dropped. That was Carlson on the blitz. Let's take a look at the replay. You're going to see here the Falcons are going to come out and opt for a little misdirection, see if they can get the Pirates leaning the wrong way. And it's Carlson coming on the blitz and finishes it off. What a big play for the Pirate defense. Meanwhile, the officials huddling up. Was there a flag on the play, Art? Yes. Okay, so there was a flag down. Have to settle that one. Hold everything. See if the Pirates indeed are getting off the field on the sack by Carlson. So it's an unnecessary roughness call against Ventura, but it was after the play. So the Pirates forced the turnover on downs, but then they take a hit in terms of field position, and they'll start from their 13-yard line. But the Pirates will obviously take that trade as they get the all-important stop in the red zone and maintain the 7-point lead. And you think back to the words of Steve Mushagian talking about this team committing a lot of penalties and more or less a shrug, and it's an aggressive team. And again, you don't want the penalties, but sometimes the personality of a team is just going to come through. I recall thinking at that when I heard that story that the Raiders in the 70s and the 80s, and every year led the league in penalties, and they won 3 Super Bowls in that stretch. You don't do yourself any favors, but it doesn't mean that you can't win a football game. Golar running left, looking for a lane, and he's finally forced out of bounds. He got maybe a yard. So Golar and Jackson have split the carries here in the first half with mixed success, but Pirates have 3 touchdowns on the board, and they lead it by 7. 21-14 against a game Falcon squad, trying to break a 3-game losing streak and pull a pretty massive upset here in the SCFA. They empty the backfield. On second down, Constantine fakes. Now goes deep looking for Caldwell, and it's incomplete. Burrell had a shot at it. And fortunately for the Pirates, Constantine overthrew everybody. Another 3rd and long for the Pirates, facing a 3rd down and 8. You have to be impressed with the way the Falcons have been able to force some of these 3rd downs. And you have to be even more impressed with the way that the Pirates have been able to convert a number of 3rd and longs here in the first half. They'll have to do it again here from the 15. They'll spread it out with 4 receivers. Golar remains in the game in the backfield. Falcons rushing 4. Constantine steps up, throws over the middle, incomplete. Off the hands of his intended target. He was looking for Caldwell again. Watson able to break it up. Quick 3 and out. And the Falcons should come out of this with pretty good field position, as Steve Sanchez will have to punt this one from near his own goal line. For Cerritos, it'll be a Dior Denson back to return the kick, along with Stanley Norman. Good kick from Sanchez. This one mishandled by Denson, but luckily for the Falcons, it bounces out of bounds at the 39. That's a 46-yard kick for Sanchez. And it comes at a big time for the Pirates as they nurse this 7-point lead, and the Falcons come out with pretty decent field position, but not what they were hoping for, certainly, in that situation. 6:19 to go here in the first half. The Falcons have it back. Bravo. They send Gutierrez in motion. End around to the near side, out to the 40. Bryce Barnes able to knock him out. See where they spot it. It's a gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9. What's interesting, I'm looking, it's number 8 for Cerritos, and there are 2 number 8s, of course, for Cerritos, and one is Jacob Gasser, who was one of the leading receivers last year for the Falcons, and he has missed some time. In fact, he's missed a number of games here recently. I don't know if he's available or not. Play action, Bravo. Pop flies, near side. Great catch! Barnes down the near side. Touchdown. What a tremendous effort. Let's get the replay. Back this one up for you just a little bit. See again the play action here. Bravo. And it's Brown with a sensational catch. And once he makes the catch and steals that ball away, nothing but green grass in front of him. And this is a stunning development as the Falcons have answered back, and they're an extra point away from tying this one. What a catch by Vincent Brown. And this one's blocked by Ventura and returned. Watson. This is going to be 2 points for Ventura. Well, instead of a tie game, the Pirates step out to a 23-20 lead. Going to show you the replay. Good penetration. And this one just pops up for Watson. And he's going to race everybody all the way to the other side. And 2 points for Ventura in a 23-20 lead. .6:01 to go. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network. So after the blocked extra point returned all the way for the Pirates will get it back leading by 3, 23-20. Sims moving up to the 16. He's at the 25, still on his feet. Here come flags all the way over on the near side, 30 yards away from the play. Interesting to see what this call will be. A lot of penalties here in the first half. It's been a busy first half for referee John Philactu and his staff. And it's a holding call. And, well, the flag was thrown all the way over on the near side. Well, good vision. So they'll back it up to the 16. Jackson in the backfield with Constantine. Plenty of time for the Pirates. 5:52 to go here in the first half. They send Thompson in motion. Jackson straight ahead for a gain of about 4 to the 25. Watson moving up to make the stop. Plenty of time on the play clock. Constantine has it. Play action, rolling right, throws on the run, completes the pass to Daggett at the 35. Daggett is swarmed under, but manages to slip his way forward to about the 37. 17-yard gain for Tony Daggett. Might be his first catch tonight. Haven't had much opportunity to call his name, but it comes at a good time for the Pirates. Moves the chains. In fact, they'll give Daggett all the way to the 39. So a 19-yard pickup. And interestingly, this is Ricky Town at quarterback with Duckett in the backfield. So Steve Mushagian shakes it up. Of course, this is no surprise to those who've watched the Pirates all season long. Town has played quite a bit. He started the season as the starter before Constantine moved into that role, but Town has seen a lot of time. This one dropped. They're going to say this play is still alive. Looked like a forward pass to me. But if they take the result at the end of the play, that's going to be significant. That's a loss of about 3 yards. In fact, call it 4 to the 35. That's a tough break for the Pirates. I'm going to say that was a backwards pass. And therefore, it's second down and 14 after a 4-yard loss. Flowers in the slot on the near side. He has 2 touchdown catches tonight. Second down and 14 for Ventura. Snap to Constantine. The give running right. Nothing doing. Duckett on the carry. He lost another yard. Caldwell moving up for the stop, and I've been impressed with Caldwell from that cornerback spot. A couple of very good tackles. Aggressive play from the cornerback spot. Third and long. Town under pressure. Screens it to Duckett. He is hit hard by Stearns at the 40. Does a good job to hold on to the ball. It's about a 6-yard gain on the play. That's well shy of the first down, and it'll bring on Sanchez and the Pirate punting unit. And the Falcons are going to get back with plenty of time, trailing by just 3. Three touchdown passes in the first half for Isaiah Bravo. And for Bravo, that's a season high. Sanchez gets the kick away. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 24. 36-yard punt, no return. Call it 37 as they'll spot it at the 23, but with 3:26 to go, the Falcons with a chance, trailing by 3, to tie this one up with a field goal or maybe even take the lead heading into the locker room if they can get a 6. This is a Falcon team coming off 3 losses in a row. 2 of them were close. They lost by 7 to Bakersfield at home. Then they were blown out at Canyons. They came home last week and lost to Moore Park by 4. But you would have figured this one on paper to be more along the lines of the one-sided affair. The Pirates came in on a roll, but you never can tell. Quick pass to Kennedy, and he dropped it. Second down and 10 coming up. Coleman, along with Nolasco in the area. Bravo with Hall to his left on 2nd and 10. Looking left, throwing left, overthrown. He wanted Kennedy again. Pacheco on the coverage, and it's quickly 3rd down and 10. And here's one of the difficulties in dealing with the Ventura College Pirates. A moment ago, it looked like the Falcons had everything going their way, trailing by 3, but a couple of incompletions, and if they come up with another incompletion here, you give it back to the Pirate offense. Still more than 3 minutes to go in this first half, and that's a lot of time for them. Spread it out with 4 wide receivers. Bravo from the shotgun has the snap. Blitz coming. Bravo trying to get away from pressure. He won't. He's sacked back at the 10-yard line. The ball came out, and the Pirates have it. Just going to make the point that we haven't seen many turnovers, and no sooner do I say it, the Pirates force one. That was a trio of Pirates in on the sack. And a huge, huge play. The Pirates not only have a ton of time with 3:10 remaining, but now they have to go just 10 yards. This was a late fumble on a Pirate sack. The Pirates this season came in just -4 in turnovers. But that's a big one they forced. And they'll have it at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Town, play action, looking, throws, wants Mallory incomplete. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. Town looks over the Falcon defense. Has the snap, keeps it on the ground with Jackson. Jackson over his right guard, and he gains about 3, maybe 4 yards before he is stood up and pushed back. PJ Nafahu leading the charge. A little help from Swain. So a 3rd down upcoming for Ventura. Golar has checked into the game. Mallory solo to the right. Flowers along with Snelling to the top of your screen. Snap to Town, rolling right. Under pressure, going to tuck it and run. Hit at the 2 and drop there. Nice stand by the Falcon defense, forcing a 4th down from the 2. Swain and Caldwell in on the stop as Town tried to lower the shoulder. And the Pirate offense going to stay on the field. They'll spot this one at the 1. Golar right now the lone setback. He has a rushing touchdown tonight. The Pirates line up to go for it on 4th down. Town from the shotgun. Has the snap. Gives to Golar. Walks in for the touchdown. 2nd rushing touchdown for Tyrese Golar. Well, they fooled me. Either way, it's a Pirate touchdown. Great read option. They faked it to Golar and went with Town. Either way, the Pirates with the touchdown. So hard to find that football. That's what makes that play so effective for Town. The rushing touchdown. Pirates go for it on 4th down and convert. Garcia puts through the extra point with 1:43 to go in the first half, 30-20. Ventura on top of Cerritos here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Falcons will get it back. Massive turnover on the sack. Leads to a short field, and the Pirates convert. 4th down, Ricky Town on the keeper from a yard out. It's 30-20. This one angled toward the far side and just inside the pylon. So this will be a touchback. Flags everywhere. Not a big surprise there. .143 to go. And no flag on the play. So 4 wide receivers. Bravo steps up, going deep, incomplete, looking for Garrett. Ahmad J-Lo had the coverage. Haven't seen a lot of Ahmad J-Lo this season. He's out there one-on-one with Garrett. In the pass just overthrown, so a 2nd down and 10 coming up. Garrett heads to the sidelines. So keep an eye on Stacy Chukwumesi at the bottom of your screen. Leading receiver on the field for the Falcons, locked up with Watson. They keep it on the ground. Brown hit at the line and dropped. Lost maybe a yard or 2 on the play. Taylor, the first to get there. So 3rd down and 11 coming up. Timeout on the field. The Falcons want to talk it over. 1:33 to go. Pirates leading by 10 on SoCalCollegeSports.com on the VC Sports Network. Third down and 12 for the Falcons. Pirates coming on the blitz. And whistles come in on the snap. Flag over on the far side. False start, and 3rd and 12 becomes 3rd and 17. So the Falcons come to the line facing a 3rd and 17. Blitz coming. Bravo looking left. Hit as he throws. The pass incomplete. Looking for Chukwumesi. Quick 3 and out. And with 1:28 to go here, that's plenty of time for the Pirate offense. Ventura does have just 1 timeout remaining. I think the feeling there, I wonder about the Falcons if there was any thought on 3rd and 17 and maybe keeping it on the ground. You know the Pirates are going to use their final timeout, but would make them burn their final timeout. But the Falcons roll the dice. Try to pick up the 1st down. The incompletion leaves the Pirates with 1 first down. Pacheco lets this one bounce in Cerritos territory, and it takes a Pirate bounce. It's down at the 42-yard line. That's a kick of just 24 yards. Humberto Avila, who does double duty here for the Falcons, kicking and punting. And that kick, just 24 yards. And now the Pirates, who moments ago were looking at being tied in this one. Now they lead it by 10, and they have the ball with a short field here, 79 seconds to go in the first half, and a chance to build on this one and take a pretty decent lead into the locker room potentially. Constantine with time, dumps it short, has the completion to Jackson. He'll get out of bounds at the 33-yard line. About a yard shy of a first down. Second down and 2. Yeah, the Falcons are just trying to make it to halftime here. This was exactly as they would have drawn it up till about 5 minutes ago, but The blocked extra point and then the huge sack and fumble recovery, creating the short field, has turned it around. Constantine completes the pass. Huge hit! Caldwell just lays out Daggett. And we will take a look at the replay here. Let's get you up to this one. And this is just a tough position for Daggett to be in. And he gets spun around and then lit up by Josh Caldwell. 3rd down and 2, meanwhile, for the Pirates. Jackson has the first down to the 30-yard line. That'll move the chains. They'll stop the clock just long enough to move the chains with 1:04 to go. Again, the Pirates have 1 timeout remaining. They're quickly to the line. They wind the clock. Screened out to Jackson again. He's at the 25. Jackson down to the 20 before he's brought down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 12 yards. It's another first down. Nafahu getting all the way down there to eventually make the stop. And now we have a timeout on the field. And Cerritos will take one of their timeouts. With 49 seconds remaining, the Falcons need to regroup. The Pirates have it 1st and 10 at the Cerritos 18, leading by 10 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. First and 10 Ventura from the Cerritos 18. .49 seconds to go. Constantine has the snap. Throws into the end zone looking for Mallory. It's incomplete. Flags on the play. Working against Caldwell on the near side. This will be a half the distance. First and goal coming up from the 9 after the penalty on Caldwell. Awful lot of flags here in the first half. Actually, this is not going to be half the distance. They're going to take this all the way down to the 3. Well, let's see if I can follow who has the ball this time. It's not easy. Constantine with Jackson in the backfield. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Constantine has the snap. Straight drop. Throws. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Kendrick Mallory. The Pirates got the short field, and they take full advantage. As Constantine comes on, and the Pirates go 42 yards to pay dirt, 41 seconds remaining here in the first half, and the Pirates have opened up their largest lead at 16 with Garcia readying the point after. And no big surprise, flags come in. Well, the Pirates have had their hands full here in the first half, but this is a pretty strong statement about a step forward that the Pirates have really taken this year. Playing an enormously tough schedule. And the Pirates have really battled a lot of adversity within games this season. And for those that have followed them all season long, it's not a surprise to see that they will bounce back from adversity and make big plays. And again, we remind you, this was a 21-20 game after a huge play by the Falcons had given them the chance to tie the game. And the Pirates have responded with a block kick, returned for the 2-point conversion, a huge turnover, and they converted that into a touchdown. Then they get a short field here just before halftime and convert that for a touchdown. Garcia with the extra point, 17 unanswered for the Pirates. And they now lead at 37-20 with 41 seconds to go here in the first half on SoCalCollegeSports.com. They are at the end of one quarter. Mount San Antonio College and Riverside in a huge matchup in the Central Division here in the SCFA. And it's Mount Sac with a 10-7 lead as they head to the second quarter. Tigers trying to complete an undefeated season that would see them win the Central Conference and no doubt be at least the number 2 seed. Fullerton a winner earlier today. They go undefeated on the season. Murray on the return, knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line. 35 seconds to go. So we will certainly keep you updated on that game as much as we possibly can. Mounties leading at 10-7. Of course, if you're following the Northern Conference, and why wouldn't you? We have Bakersfield and College of the Canyons, a terrific matchup. And both of those teams with just one loss in conference play, the winner of that game, should the Pirates lose here today, would win a share of the Northern Conference Championship here in 2017. As we talked about at the top, the Pirates still go to the playoffs. But there's an opportunity here to possibly share in a Northern Conference Championship, and the Falcons certainly were doing as much as they could to make that happen. Through much of this first half, the Pirates have managed to pull away slightly here as we get ready to head to halftime. And they lead at 37-20, but we'll see what the Falcons can come up with here when we come back for the second half. As right now it appears the Falcons are content to just run out the first half and head to the locker room, try to regroup and see if they can get something going here in the second half. They did defer after winning the toss to start the game, so Cerritos will have it first. Back-to-back runs by Hall. Managed to move the chains. Let's correct that quickly. That is not Corelli Hall. That is Kiki Mendoza, I believe. Either way, the 2 runs leave 2 seconds to go on the clock. Time for one more play as the Falcons will take a timeout here and discuss options as they have the ball at the 44-yard line. Try to gather up some stats for you at the half. Check some scores from around the SCFA. (37-20). Ventura. This one was tied at 7, tied at 14, about to be tied at 21. But it's the Pirates with a couple of scores who have pulled away late here. And now the Falcons' time for one more play, going to look for a miracle. And they'll quickly toss it out to Chukwumesi at midfield. Chukwumesi hit and dropped at the Pirate 45 to end the first half. Through 30 minutes, 37-20. The Pirates having to struggle somewhat, but they have the 17-point lead as they head to the locker room against Cerritos here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. underway here in the third quarter. Murray going to bring it out to the 10. Over to the 20 with some running room. Through a good hole at the 30. He's out to the 40 and taken down near the 45-yard line. So good field position. And the Falcons will have it at the 46-yard line to start the second half. With some work to do, they trail it 37-20. Bravo, who completed 8 of 17 passes for 187 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half, leads the Falcons onto the field. Working under center. Hall in the deep eye, play action. Bravo on a designed roll, dumps it short, completes the pass, but for no gain on the play. Carlson quickly on top of that play, taking down Tanner Gill. On the play, it's a loss of a couple back to the 44-yard line, and it'll bring up second down and 12. Perhaps you saw the score at the half at Mount San Antonio College. The Mounties with a 24-7 lead over Riverside. If the Mounties complete the win there, just where the playoff game next week will be played becomes an issue with some doubt. Hall dragging a tackler. He's out to the 48-yard line. It's about a 4-yard gain. Still trying to move the pile before he's finally ridden down. And quickly a 3rd and 8 coming to play. It's a fascinating situation here, and it'll be up to the committee to decide where that game will be played. Yes, Riverside had a win over Ventura earlier this season. They have 1 loss versus the Pirates having 2 losses. That certainly speaks to their hosting the game. Of course, you have to consider on the other side that game was at Riverside, and it was a close game, an 8-point game. So the Pirates acquitted themselves well in that game as well. Bravo guns it over the middle and completes the pass into Pirate territory down to the 40-yard line. It's a 12-yard pickup on 3rd down and 8 as he finds Zenovian Kennedy for a 12-yard gain. The Falcons move the chains with a big 3rd down pickup. That's the first 3rd down conversion tonight for the Falcons. They were 0 of 5 in the first half. Chandre Stevenson led the way with 40 yards on the ground, but he left with an injury in the first half for the Falcons. Bravo in trouble. He is swarmed under and sacked back near midfield. Lemonaire, the first to get there. Turnier was putting the pressure on from the outside as well. Well, according to my numbers, Lemonaire now has 7 sacks. The site says he's got 4, but I think he's got 7. 9-yard loss on the play, and 2nd down and 19 coming up. And, well, penalties, you often talk about those being drive killers, but sacks, massive drive killers, such a big play for the defense. And now the Falcons in a substantial hole here, facing a 2nd down and 19. They give to Hall on the left side, gains about 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. Just underway here, early in the 3rd. Ventura with the 17-point lead. They're already at least the co-champs in the Northern Conference. They've already punched their ticket to the playoffs. But you can bet the Pirates would like to finish this season off with some emphasis here. Make it a 6-game win streak, undefeated conference season, and head into the playoffs. Bravo running for his life, throws on the run, and it's incomplete. Chuck Wamesi in the area. That'll bring up 4th down and bring on the punting unit. So Avila, who had just one kick in the first half, that was a kick of just 24 yards. Back in punt formation. And he gets this one away. Pacheco lets this one bounce. And it'll be downed at the 18-yard line, a 29-yard kick. And the Pirates will go to work with their first drive of the second half. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Constantine was 11 of 15 in the first half, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ricky Town also played, going 5 of 9 for 47 yards. I think they fooled the scorekeeper too, because they have Golar listed for 2 rushing touchdowns. Misdirection play. The Pirates getting a late touchdown in the first half. Big hole up the middle. First down, yardage and more for the Pirates. Gil Scott Jackson out to the 32-yard line, a 13-yard run for Jackson, who had 48 yards in the first half on 11 carries. Golar went for 55 yards in the first half. The Pirates controlling the ball for 22.5 minutes of the 30 minutes in the first half. Daggett in motion. They fake the pitch. Instead, it's Jackson over his right guard. Churns forward for a pickup of about 3 to the 35. Expect the Pirates to go into a mix of ball control and short passing here in the second half. Indeed, that's been their offensive MO for much of the season, but protecting a 17-point lead, the Pirates have been nothing if not methodical on offense, really all season long. They've protected a number of big leads on this season. Constantine looking left. Daggett takes another big hit. This time it's Alexander Fulmer. Lowering the shoulder, but Daggett holds onto the ball. That's the toughest 2 yards he's ever going to pick up, out to the 37-yard line. Great job by Daggett holding onto the ball. At what point is he going to have a conversation with Jay Constantine and his quarterbacks? You guys are killing me out here. 3rd down and 5. From the 37, receivers left and right. Constantine has the snap. Straight drop, moving right, throws on the run, completes the pass. 1st down, Ventura, out to midfield. Flowers on the reception, takes it all the way to the Cerritos 47-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards. Nice job by Constantine. Showing great patience. Moving his feet, eventually checking down and finding Flowers, who had a massive first half. 3 catches for 26 yards, but 2 of them went for touchdowns. For Flowers, who's up to 7. Jackson running right, hit behind the line, managed to get back to the line. Derek Thomas able to bring down Jackson for no gain. 2nd down and 10. See Dane Nelson, the center, directing traffic. He's really the leader of that offensive line for Ventura. Jackson in all kinds of trouble, hit behind the line. Great penetration. It was Derek Thomas again. And Jackson never had a chance, swallowed up behind the line, a loss of 5. And it's 3rd down and 15 for Ventura from their own 48-yard line. They'll leave Mallory solo to the right with Daggett, Flowers, and Snelling. Trips left. And Constantine's going to take a timeout. 8:09 to go in the 3rd. And the Pirates want to talk it over, facing a 3rd and 15. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Ventura and Cerritos on the season combined, averaging about 23 penalties a game between the two. Well, they almost equaled that number in the first half, the two teams combining for 18 penalties. Constantine on the run, guns and completes for a moment, but did he hold on? It looked like Snelling was the intended target. And the pass incomplete. It was Daggett who had his hands on it but couldn't quite bring it in. Pretty good throw from Constantine on the run. And the Pirates just that close to picking up the first down on 3rd and long, but instead here comes the punting unit. A nice job by the Falcon defense, able to turn away the Pirate offense and keep the deficit at 17 for the moment. There's just a little bit of nervous energy here if you're a Pirate fan. They're in control here, but they haven't fully put this one away. Sanchez down to about the 22. A risky there play there by Denson, able to come up and field that ball, but eventually is brought down at the 25. And that's where the Falcons will go to work midway through the 3rd. Final regular season game for the Pirates this season. If they hold on, they'll finish with an 8-2 mark. No small achievement with a very difficult schedule. They'll be the winners of 6 in a row if they can put this one away. And they'll be the Northern Conference champions once again. But will they be heading on the road? That's what remains to be seen. Brown trying to pick his way forward. Vincent Brown out to the 30. Brown with a huge highlight in the first half, a tremendous leaping catch. And he turned that into a 60-yard touchdown reception. That came with 6:01 remaining in the first half, and at the time, that put the Falcons within 1 point. Since then, the Pirates have responded 16 unanswered, starting with a blocked extra point, returning that all the way for a 2-point conversion right after the Brown touchdown. 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground. Brown trying to break it to his left, find some running room. He's got the first down out past the 35. Run out of bounds at the 38. 8-yard run for Brown. He's up to 16 yards rushing now in the game. But the receiving touchdown, as we talked about, the big play. They'll give him 9 yards. And a fresh set of downs for the Falcons. Brown remains in the game in the backfield. Receivers left and right for Isaiah Bravo. Snap to Bravo. Good protection. Bravo looking deep. Airs it out. Nobody home. Garrett, Stacy Chukwumesi, both in the area. We do have flags down. Well, that was as good a protection, I think, as Bravo has gotten tonight. And he tried to cash in downfield. But the pass incomplete, but let's see what the call is. And this one against Ventura, holding on the defense. So the 5-yard penalty will give the Falcons a first down at their own 49. Started to say these are two fairly heavily penalized teams as numbers go on the season, but the clip was at an especially high rate in the first half. The Pirates with 10 penalties for 100 yards, and the Falcons, for their part, 8 penalties for 79 yards. So they were nearly keeping up. 1st and 10 from the 49. Hall threw a good hole into the secondary, down to the 37. Let's correct that. That's still Vincent Brown. So Brown finds running room again, 14 yards to the Ventura 37-yard line. And here comes Kiki Mendoza into the game. Well, Vincent Brown now up over 100 yards combined in the game for Cerritos. Has been the offensive star, along with Justin Garrett, who has a couple of touchdown receptions. Brown on the counter, a little hesitation, Now tries to pick his way forward for a gain of about 3. Down to the 34. Steady diet of Vincent Brown on this drive. Second down, 7 to go. Bravo has the snap. All-out blitz coming, good protection. Completes the pass to Garrett. Garrett's down to the 25 and hit out of bounds. Barnes driving him out at about the 22. See where they spot it. No, they're not going to give him that good of a spot. They'll spot it back at the 25. It's good enough for the first down. So the Falcons continuing to matriculate the ball down the field. I said on the previous drive that the Pirate offense this season had been methodical. This is a pretty methodical drive for the Falcons right here. Bravo looking left. Pop flies. Wants Chuck Wamesi. He's got the catch inside the 5. Down to the 1. 24 yards. And the Falcons are on the doorstep. First and goal from the 1. Brown behind Hall. The pitch to Brown. Hit behind the line and brought down for a big loss. Back to the 9. Lemonaire quickly into the backfield. That is a loss of 8 yards back to the 9. Jesse Lemonaire wrapping up Brown for a big loss. And now it's second and goal from the 9. A field goal here doesn't kill you if you're Cerritos. They're trailing by 3 scores. So it gets them back within 14, but no doubt trying to keep up with the Pirate offense. If you're Cerritos, you're thinking touchdown here if you can get one. Bravo, under pressure. Hit, the ball's out. The Pirates have picked it up. So Bravo hit as he went to throw. A flag goes down way over on the other side of the field. A Falcon player is also down. And the Pirates look as though they have forced their second turnover tonight. It's another big one. It comes off of a sack. So the penalty flag came way over on the Cerritos sideline and looked like it came after the play. We don't want to speculate on what the call is here. This is a crushing turn of events for Cerritos. A moment ago, they had it first and goal at the Ventura 1. But a huge play by Lemonaire followed by a sack and a fumble. And the penalty going to work against the Falcons. So tack on some yardage. The Pirates have forced their second turnover tonight, and both turnovers have been huge. The first one in the first half set the Pirates up at the Cerritos 10. They turned that into a touchdown quickly to take a 10-point lead. This one kills a Falcon drive after they had moved all the way down to the Ventura 1-yard line. And after the penalty, Ventura will have it at the 42-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol with Golar behind Constantine. This is Golar with a good hole. Makes a little move at the 45. He's out toward midfield before he's finally ridden down. But not before a pickup of about 8 yards. Takes it to the 50 and brings up second down and short. Play clock down to 6 for Constantine. The snap. Golar running left this time. He's got the first down before he runs into a wall after a gain of about 4. Burrell moving up from his safety spot with a little help from Stearns, but not before Ventura gets the first down. Under 3 to go. Throw over the middle, Mallory with the catch. Another first down. Burrell on the stop, Mallory now down to the turf. He got hit low and was able to get to his feet, but then went down after a moment. The catch takes it down to the 20. That's a 26-yard pickup. And the Pirates quickly moving downfield. They have it at the Cerritos 20. We'll have a brief injury timeout here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates have it 1st and 10 at the Cerritos 20. Mallory able to get to the sidelines. So the Pirates lose perhaps their most dangerous weapon in the red zone. Golar hit high, and flags come in from everywhere. And is this going to be, face mask upcoming here? Anytime you see the tackle up high anywhere near the helmet, flags automatically come in. It was Derek Thomas who had penetrated into the backfield and got a hit on Golar, but the flag is going to move the Pirates closer, half the distance closer to be exact. So after the long drive by Cerritos that came up empty after the turnover, the Pirates have rather quickly made their way downfield. They have it at the 10. 1st and goal. Constantine fakes and throws toward the back of the end zone. He wanted Flowers again. This is going to draw another flag, and Flowers was clearly impeded on the throw. So the flag comes in, and another pass interference call, and we've seen quite a few tonight. So they'll spot it at the 2, as it happened in the end zone. So Golar remains the lone setback. MacArthur on the far side. Snelling and Benson to the near side. For the Pirates, who have it 1st and goal from the 2. Golar already has a couple of rushing touchdowns tonight. Will they go to him again? Golar running left, stiff arms a man, trying to get to the pylon, but he's hit and knocked out of bounds. A loss of a couple on the play. Eventually forced out of bounds by Robert Corner. A rather fitting name for a cornerback. So Corner able to force Golar out. That'll bring about a couple of changes. Got a new Pirate in the backfield. Marcus Chambers. First time checking in today. Constantine, straight drop, fires, touchdown. That looked like Dominic Benson with the touchdown reception in the slot. Does a nice job of just setting down. See if we can get the replay here if we have time for it. Let me back this one up. I see Benson, and a good throw there by Constantine, working it back to the outside. Short touchdown pass for Constantine. Garcia puts through the extra point meanwhile. And the Pirates widen their lead 44-20. Now with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Pirates close to putting this one away. Still better than a quarter to go, but 23 unanswered. You know, you just have to give an awful lot of credit to this Cerritos Falcon club. They made the trip up here and hung around for most of that first half. And I think it was the turnover late in the first half that really stalled the momentum. The blocked extra point gave the Pirates a 3-point lead, but then the Falcons had gotten the ball back. And the big sack and the fumble set the Pirates up at the Falcon 10. They were able to convert that, go back out to a 10-point lead. And then the Pirates able to make a stand defensively, get the ball back, and even widen that lead before halftime. And that's really where Ventura took control of this game. But through almost the entire first half, Murray is cut down at the 25. It was Isaiah King taking his legs out from under him. They'll spot it at the 28, and that's where the Falcons will go to work. But yeah, give the Pirates a lot of credit. They're working on almost 7 quarters now without a turnover. Just in time. The Pirates this season were, as we talked about, -4 in turnovers. That number's down to -2 after they forced a couple of turnovers tonight. But they haven't excelled in terms of turnover differential, but a number of those turnovers came in one bad loss to Mount San Antonio College back in week 2. And really, if you take that out of the equation, the Pirates have actually done a great job of taking care of the football this season. And now they've got a nice streak going. And it's working for them. Got a big win last week against Bakersfield, and now they have the 24-point lead here against Cerritos. Meanwhile, a change at quarterback for Cerritos. I believe it's Connor Crook. Let's see if we can confirm that. 2nd down and 4. They keep it on the ground. Close to the first down marker. It is Connor Crook. It's the new quarterback. So come down to the spot, and the Falcons have the first down. So a couple of carries moves the chains. Falcons have it at the 39, under a minute to go in the third. Falcons keep it on the ground. Hall trying to dance his way forward, and he gains a couple of yards before he is brought down. Lemonaire, the first to get there. Dondre Baker also moving over. 2nd down and 7. They give him 3 yards. And that'll do it for the third quarter. So the Falcons won't get another playoff. We'll head to the fourth. Ventura with a 44-20 lead over Cerritos College. You're watching Ventura College football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com on the VC Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter. Falcons have it 2nd down and 7. Give you a quick update. Third quarter from Mount San Antonio College. Tigers with a touchdown on the board. It's a 10-point game. Crook under pressure, sacked. Back inside the 35. Baker on the blitz. Wrapping up Crook back at the 34-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down and a mile. 3rd and 15. Pirates are really loading up on the sacks tonight. That's their 3rd, I believe, in the second half. Crook on 3rd and 15. Hit again! And driven down. That is a big hit. The Pirates are really unloading defensively. That looked like another blitz, and it might have been Baker again. Well, if it ain't broke. So back-to-back sacks. The Pirates have at least 4 in the second half. I want to see if I can get maybe an official total on sacks tonight. It's approaching, if not a season high for Ventura. They have really been able to get after the quarterback tonight. Look like Brown hit immediately but holds on to the ball at the 45. So the Pirates will have very good field position. And now you have the feeling the Pirates can start to coast a little bit, leading by 24. They'll have it at the 47. It's been a pretty hard-hitting game. Number of big hits out there. And Brown was hit immediately after fielding that punt. Did a great job just to hold on to the ball. So Ricky Town will come back on. And he led the Pirates on a scoring drive in the first half, and he'll get an opportunity here. Dual setbacks. And the run on the left side into Falcon territory down to the 48-yard line. Chambers on the carry. Ballard in the game. Town completes the pass over the middle to MacArthur. MacArthur down to the 35, trying to push the pile. He gets to the 34. Good enough for a first down. So the Pirates move the chains. Chambers in the backfield. And the give to Chambers on the left side. Running room again. He's inside the 25, down close to the 20, gets down to the 21. Another first down as the Pirates go right to work. Jordan Hill is also checked into the game. This is Burnett in motion. Chambers, off tackle on the left side, makes a little move. He's going to go in for a touchdown. There is a flag down on the play. It's a 21-yard touchdown run for Chambers, but let's wait and see. This one may be coming back. It's where you might expect to see holding. And it is. So take that one off the board. The Pirates will back themselves up again. But it'll be 1st and 20 from the 31. So Hill solo to the left. The snap to Town. Under pressure. Town gets away from one tackler. Still on the run. Throws and completes at the 15-yard line to MacArthur. MacArthur eventually brought down at the 11. Nice job by Ricky Town. Oh, Jake Constantine imitation there. Able to shed a tackle or two, keep that play alive, and eventually finds MacArthur. So the Pirates have it 1st and 10 at the Cerritos 11. Antonio Brown has checked in the game. Chambers on the counter. Maybe a yard. Pirates continuing to shuffle players in. Brown and MacArthur to the near side. 2nd down and 9. Quick pitch. Chambers at the 10. Hit and manages to fall forward to about the 5. That'll bring up 3rd down. We do have a Falcon player down on the field. We'll step aside very briefly here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates leading by 24. Third down and 5 from the 6. The Pirates can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown. Town looking right, dumps it for Chambers at the 10. Able to break one tackle, but not the second way. Burrell brings him down. It's a loss on the play. Back to the 8-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. And will we see Cooper Garcia? And it looks like we will for a 25-yard field goal. Garcia, incidentally, coming off a week in which he was the Special Teams Player of the Week in the Northern Conference in the SCFA. A couple of field goals. And perfect on extra points last week in the victory over Bakersfield. So Cooper will try this one from the right hash. This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt. As the Pirates attempt to expand on the 24-point lead. Snap, placement down, kick is up, long enough, and no good. So Garcia pulls it left. A rare miss for Garcia, who's had a very good season. He had come in 11 of 14. But he misses there from 25 yards, and with 9:54 to go, it remains a 44-20 game. They're starting the 4th at Mount Sac. Mounties holding on to a 10-point lead. Falcons come out at the 25-yard line. Bravo has returned, throws on the run and completes. Big gainer for the Falcons. Garrett again to the 30, down to the 20. It's a foot race. 10-5, touchdown. 80 yards. take a look at the replay for Bravo, his 4th touchdown pass. And what can you do? Finds Garrett, who came in tonight with just 2 touchdown receptions on the season. He's got 3 tonight. (44-26), extra point coming from Avila. And he puts it through. So 44-27. And it's back to a 17-point game, 9:40 to go. One play. They go 80 yards, and the Falcons have been able to hang around in this one and get some work done offensively, almost exclusively through big plays. By far their longest drive of the night ended up with no points after a sack, forced a fumble, and a turnover. That was earlier in the 3rd quarter. But they had the big play to Brown in the first half, the big play there to Garrett. It's been Bravo through the air. His previous high this season in touchdown passes was 2. He's got 4 tonight. 44-27. And you think back, not too often this season has a quarterback really had a big performance against the Pirates this season to return out past the 30 to the 32-yard line. It's been somewhat of a rarity. The Pirates have been in some shootouts, to be sure, but despite facing a number of very good quarterbacks, haven't been beaten like this. Vic Viramontes had a huge performance against them, but Viramontes for Riverside is such a focal point of their offense, and the Pirates were really determined to make Viramontes beat him through the air, and he was able to do that to the tune of 5 touchdown passes in that matchup. But for the most part, Pirate defense has been very good, and I have to tip your cap here to Isaiah Bravo, the freshman. It's been gritty. And he has beaten the Pirates with 4 touchdown passes, but the Ventura offense has carried the load, and they lead at 44-27. Chambers sweeping to the near side, cuts it back. He's out to the 35. A flag comes in late. A holding call, meanwhile, against Ventura. Will back them up. So after they mark off the flag, it'll be 1st and 20 from the 22. Town on the play action, rolling left, completes the pass. 1st down yardage and more for the Pirates. Antonio Brown on the far side. So this play takes it all the way to the 45-yard line. 33 yards on the completion, but yep, they're going to spot it there. The Pirates haven't moved down, though. There are flags on the far side. So, again, the Pirates, who are piling up the penalties, may have set themselves back. Talked about the Mount San Antonio College and the job that Vic Viramontes did against Ventura earlier this season. How about the job that the Mounties have done against Viramontes tonight. Just 3 of 7 for 1 yard. He's been replaced at quarterback, has Vic Viramontes. Meanwhile, they're marking off another penalty against Ventura to back them up. So the Mounties certainly appear to have the answer. And now it's 1st and 31 for Ventura, back at their own 11-yard line. Low snap for Town, but he's got it. Rolling right, still looking. Sheds a tackle, but hit by the second wave and brought down at the 14. Jordan Thomas on the stop. A gain of just a couple. Call it 3, and it's 2nd down and 28 coming up for Ventura. Pirates certainly at this point comfortable using some clock. Play clock still at 12 as Town looks over the Falcon defense, has the snap. Delayed blitz coming. Town with good protection, goes deep, but nobody's there. Burrell's the only one with a shot. Here comes a very late flag. The pass was intended for Antonio Brown, and obviously that's not a catchable ball, but the flag came very late after the ball had landed, as Brown was wrapped up with Dior Denson. And this could be a crushing penalty for Cerritos. It's going to go against the Falcons. Is this automatic first down? Did they call pass interference? Oh, personal foul. So a personal foul after the play, and 2nd and 28 becomes 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line, and now the Pirates can chew up a little more clock. Ballard and MacArthur to the near side. Antonio Brown at the top of your screen. Looks like Caldera in the backfield with Chambers. Town with 4 on the play clock. Gives to Chambers running left. Tripped up after a gain of about 3. Isaiah Watson on the stop. I'd be remiss if I didn't refer to Isaiah Watson as Orange Lutheran's own Isaiah Watson. It's for my buddy and broadcast partner, Mike Cepeda, who couldn't say it himself. He probably said it when Cerritos was playing College of the Canyons a couple of weeks ago. We had that game for you on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Watson with the tackle on a 2nd down and 6. Pirates again keeping it on the ground and going nowhere. Josiah Celestine. Caldera on the carry, and Celestine drops him for a loss of a couple. And a 3rd down and 8 upcoming. So if the Mounties hold on against Riverside, it will be the Mounties that win the Central. And therefore the Mounties would become the Central Conference champion. And Riverside, presumably, would be the wild card, which means they would go to Fullerton in all likelihood. Now the question is, as Town steps up, throws over the middle, and Brown cannot make the catch. He had his hands on it, but couldn't quite bring it in. And that'll bring up 4th down and bring on the punting unit. But that raises the question now between the Mounties and the Pirates. Who has home field advantage in that matchup? That, of course, all assumes that it stays the way that it is. The punt from Sanchez, taken at the 29, and that's where So I'm going to say that the ball made contact with a Falcon player, and it gives it back to Ventura at the 29-yard line. So the third turnover tonight for Cerritos gives the Pirates short field. And the Falcons will take their first time out here the second half, 6:19 to go. 44-27 Ventura on top of Cerritos on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So the Pirates get it back on another turnover, and we'll have an opportunity here to take a little more time off the clock and wind this one down, maybe get some more points on the board as they close in on a Northern Conference championship. Town under pressure, going to tuck it and run, tries to make a move, and he's brought down at the 25. Gain of about 4. Town had one man to beat, but it was Latrell Stearns. And Stearns wrapped him up. Nonetheless, a 4-yard pickup, and for the Pirates, a 2nd down and 6. Town sends Thompson in motion. They keep it on the ground on the right side. Gain of a couple of yards. Chambers on the carry. Derek Thomas on the stop. 3rd down and about 5 from the Cerritos 24-yard line. Receivers left and right for Town. Chambers in the backfield. Town has the snap. Blitz coming. Good protection. Town over the middle, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Jordan Hill, the intended receiver. We'll see if Garcia comes on. This will be an attempt of 41 yards. Cooper just missed from the 25, or I should say on a 25-yard attempt. This will be from 41. Garcia's long on the season's 46. So this is within his range. This will be straight away. Good snap, placement down. Garcia's got it long enough. And that's good. Or that's missed. I'm sorry, wide to the left. So Garcia misses both kicks left. And with under 5 minutes to go, about the only thing that's gone wrong for the Pirates here tonight has been a couple of miscues in the kicking game. Other than that, the Pirates have managed to pull away against a very solid Cerritos team that's definitely come here to play and put on a very gritty performance. Isaiah Bravo and Justin Garrett. 3 touchdown hookups tonight. 4 touchdown passes for Bravo overall. Hall running right. Has a little seam. He's out past the 30. Brought down at the 32. It's a 7-yard run. And obviously at this point, the Pirates more than happy to give a little ground, make the Falcons use up the remaining time to move the ball down the field. Keep an eye on Garrett breaking the huddle. He's to the top of your screen. Number 5. 3 touchdown passes tonight. And he's solo to the right. Now Bravo will duck under center. Has the snap. They keep it on the ground. Hall up the middle. Pulled down about a yard shy of the first down marker. Bring up 3rd down, and the Falcons trailing by 3 scores, but electing not to take any shots down the field, at least not yet on this drive. You have the feeling it's more or less waving the flag on winning this game, realistically, with 3.5 minutes to go in the game, and they need 3 scores. 3rd and 1 from the 34. Short drop. Bravo completes it to Chuck Wamesi. Tiptoes the near sideline. He's down to the 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard gain. And he gets out of bounds. 3:20 to go in the ball game. Want to pass along our thanks to, of course, Will Cowan here at Ventura College, helping to bring you the VC Sports Network. Coach Steve Mushagian, Bobby Mushagian, the staff for the Ventura College football team. Really appreciate their time. Hall on the sweep. Lowers the shoulder, bounces off a tackler, and falls forward to the 43 of Ventura. It's good hard running from Q Hall. Corelli Hall, who came in averaging 6 yards a carry on the season. It's a 9-yard run, brings up 2nd down and 1. This one completed to the 40. The ball comes out late, but they're going to say he was down by contact. That was Garrett on the reception. Garrett way over 100 yards tonight. About 150 yards receiving on 5 catches. 3 of those have gone for touchdowns. The 4-yard catch brings up 2nd down and 6 as we wind down to 2 minutes. Give a special thanks to Art Gilbreth on camera all season long here for Ventura. We appreciate his help. Of course, thanks to the SoCal College Sports team, Matt Henson, Mike Zapata, Jorge Zapata, helping to get this broadcast ready for you. Hall slipping tackles, now finds a little lane. He's still on his feet down to the 30. So Q Hall keeping his feet moving and ends up with a 9-yard pickup and another 1st down. And a flag comes in after the play. Expect this to be of the personal foul variety. 1:54 to go in the ball game. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at SoCal College SPO. Keep abreast of updates of events, games we're covering moving forward. Pirates obviously on their way to the playoffs, and we hope to have that for you. It might depend slightly on where they are and what constraints there might be in regards to certain venues, but we will keep you abreast of that. And of course, we would love to bring playoff football for the Pirates to you, and that's the plan. So you can follow us on Twitter at SoCal College Sport, or of course check in on our site, www.socalcollegesports.com. We'll have updates on our schedule. Bravo looking right, pulled down. It's another sack. The ball comes out. The Pirates force another turnover. I want to say that was Carlson on the blitz. It was Carlson with another sack. And they're going to say that he was down when the ball came out. Snap to Bravo, 4-man rush, throwing right, nearly picked off. He was looking for Kennedy. that'll bring up 3rd down and 12. Keegan Romero had a beat on that ball, but it was through his hands and ends up as an incompletion. So with under a minute to go, the only drama left here, can the Falcons put together one more scoring drive and make this one a little closer on paper? But the Pirates are your 2017 Northern Conference champions, undefeated. Romero at the 5, in for the touchdown. Meanwhile, the Pirate player is down. 17-yard run. You can see here, Bravo just steps up in the pocket, and then it's one man to beat. And in for the touchdown. And so the Pirates will have to run it out, and for the 2nd consecutive week, the Pirates give up a very late touchdown that makes the score a little closer on paper. But it's another game that they were in control in the 4th quarter. And for the Falcons, moral victories of sorts. 44-34, and coming in having lost 3 in a row, and the season had really slipped away from them. The Falcons with no postseason hopes to play for. But they have come here, and again, you just have to say, and put on another very good performance. It really hung around. Showed up big here tonight to hang around with a very good Pirate team. But in the end, Ventura able to hold them off. And with 46 seconds left, the Pirates will just have to run this one out, leading by 10. See an onside kick here. Pirates come out, hands team on the field. Avila with the approach. Big hop in the air, and the Pirates have it. Blake Burnett ends up with the football for Ventura, and with 43 seconds remaining, Pirates can come out and run this one out. See if we can get you one final update here. Get the final. And you see the time ticking off for the Pirates. With this victory, they will have the Northern Conference Championship all to themselves. Canyons leading Bakersfield, and so College of the Canyons will end up solo second in the Northern Conference and no doubt head to postseason play themselves. But it's the Pirates who will win the Northern Conference Championship outright here in 2017 and advance to the playoffs. Final score 44-34. The Pirates with the victory over Cerritos. And they move on to the playoffs. And who they play remains to be seen. We'll come back and wrap things up here from the VC Sportsplex on SoCalCollegeSports.com. They're in the fourth quarter in Mount San Antonio, in Walnut. Mount San Antonio College taking on Riverside. Last score we have, 6 minutes to go, 24-14. The Mounties with the lead. And, of course, if the Mounties win that one, they are the Central Conference champions, and they would advance to the playoffs as one of the conference champions. That would relegate Riverside in all likelihood to a wild card berth, and so that changes things up a little bit with who Ventura potentially plays and where they play. That will, of course, all be sorted out tomorrow as the committee will go to work deciding on the playoff seedings and locations. And, of course, we'll continue to follow that here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. We hope to have playoff coverage for you of Ventura College moving forward. You can always follow us on Twitter at SoCalCollegeSpo. And you can also follow us on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. 44-34, Ventura with a victory over Cerritos College. They finished the season 8-2. They are your 2017 Northern Conference champions. Once again, here in the SCFA, our congratulations to them. For everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, I'm Jeff Stoynoff. Thanks for joining us. So long, everybody.